How's it going, BAM fam and Legend Nation? So as you guys can see, we're here at the CanFit Pro World Fitness Expo. This is the 2016 edition. I myself was here last year presenting and doing a few collaborations with the Ontario Physique Association, so I'm really happy to have the BAM fam here in this environment, which is very different from the Toronto Pro Super Show, which is also held here at the Metro Toronto Convention Center. So this is a great movement for fitness, health, and wellness within Toronto. And if you ever have an opportunity to come here, see some of the booths, meet some of the fitness and health professionals, then you're definitely going to walk away feeling empowered with your health and your wellness. There's nothing really to it but to do it. Let's go change some lives. Let's go make sure that we know health is wealth.
Eren Legend is a natural pro athlete. What we're going to do is, from a pro position, you feel comfortable taking the shirt off, show the folks a little bit what you look at? Oh, he just wants you to know he's off season. But, men's physique was brought to the OPA stage 2 years ago. And Eren is a lifetime natural athlete. As a natural athlete, he went through the OPA and he won the World Championship. After winning the World Championship, he became an IFBB Pro. He's competed as IFBB Pro. He's been to the Mr. Olympia on the IFBB stage, which is like a Super Bowl for physique fitness athlete. There's the ring, going to Olympia. And he was very fortunate. In last year in 2015, he won the Vancouver Pro Show in men's physique as a natural athlete. So for all the folks out there, so we're just gonna put Eren just through a few poses. So same to the front. We're gonna do quarter turn to right. You see, there's a little bit more flair in these poses. With the IFBB, they give them a little bit more liberty to show a little bit more of the style. Facing back to stage, please. As you see, Eren's still carrying a lot of muscularity, but his balance is excellent. His shoulders match his back, matches small waist as it comes through. As you see, he's still carrying a lot of muscularity, even though he's men's physique. Quarter turn to right. Now facing in front of the stage. Take it off. As you saw, he has a 12-pack, but he's afraid to show it because he's not up to his expectations. What we're going to do, Eren, just going to give us a little bit of presentation of what an IFBB Pro presentation looks like. Yeah, coming up to say. And if you feel comfortable, take off that shirt. There, oh, there we go. And folks, this was always ashamed of showing. We'd only wish we looked that great. And this is off season. Come on, Eren. So this is Eren with his presentation. Let's give a hand. IFBB Pro, Eren Legend. Thank you, Eren. Thank you so much. Thank you. I was going to say a few words on behalf of his natural journey. Eren Legend had won his pro card 2 years ago at the World's Championship. The World's Championship is a drug-tested event, and he competed against athletes from around the world. Winning the overall in Laval, Quebec at the World's Championships, he became an IFBB Pro and began his journey as a pro. In 2015, as a natural athlete, he competed in Vancouver Pro Show, and he won that show. And that brought him a bye to Olympia. In his first year as a pro, he won a pro event and qualified for National Olympia. I'd like to welcome to the stage, Eren Legend, IFBB Pro.
How's it going, everybody? Good? Enjoying the World Fitness Expo, obviously, so far? Yes? Okay, so obviously, again, thank you for having me here, and thank you for joining us and the Ontario Physique Association as well. just want to share with you guys a little bit about myself, my journey, and how competing within the Ontario Physique Association as a natural athlete has changed my life in a very positive way, and it's also given me an opportunity to connect and collaborate with a lot of athletes internationally as well. So just to start my story, I'm from Ottawa originally. I am living here in Toronto. The first time that men's physique, as you guys just saw, was introduced to the International Federation of Bodybuilding and the Ontario Physique Association, it was essentially seen as a way to try and bring a little bit more awareness to the bodybuilding community, right? As you can see, a lot of these athletes here, this being a natural show as well, these physiques are easier to obtain in a natural way, in a healthier way. For me, health is wealth, and we shouldn't be too focused on achieving an aesthetic look and focusing on the exterior without focusing really on what's going on within. That being said, I had shown my father, who's the biggest and greatest influence in my life, that I wanted to compete in bodybuilding. And this was just, as I mentioned, when men's physique had been introduced to the International Federation of Bodybuilding. I'll never forget the day. I came home and I told my dad, and I have to let you guys know, my father is of Turkish descent, okay? I told him, I said, Dad, I'm gonna be a bodybuilder. There was a long pause. He followed by saying, no son of mine is gonna be seen wearing a bikini man thong on stage. And no disrespect to bodybuilding, right? But I had kind of educated him a little bit, and I showed him photos of the first men's physique IFBB pros at the time. There was only 3 or 4 of them in the States, and I said, no, there's this new division, men's physique. It's a lot more aesthetic, athletic, and attainable as well. He looked at the photos of those athletes and he said to me, Eren, you know what? I believe that you could be standing there next to those guys, and I truly believe that you will be able to do it naturally and will be the first Canadian in history to represent Canada as a natural athlete on the Olympia stage for men's physique. And it happened. Right? Thank you. So for me, as a matter of fact, when I was competing here at the Metro Toronto Convention Center, my first year of competition, I competed in 6 shows. And I had worked my way up through the natural stream and through the non-tested stream as well. And I recall here, like right here at the Metro Toronto Convention Center, as I mentioned, in 2013, I met a good friend of mine. It had been 1 week since I had competed in my first show, the Sudbury Classic. And I talked to a now very good friend of mine, and I remember what he said to me. He said, there's no way that you'll be able to be a professional bodybuilder without taking steroids. That's what he said to me after my first week. I went on to actually place higher than him in that show, and we're still friends. That being said, you know, where a lot of individuals I see now, younger and younger, are starting to get more into bodybuilding now with the introduction of men's physique and bikini, I'm seeing a lot more focus on aesthetics than health. There's not too much information as to, you know, how you're able to obtain a physique in a natural way to get to the pro level. So what I'd like to do is I've devoted the rest of my life right now to raising awareness for natural athletes, but also to show the world that there is opportunity within the bodybuilding industry to make a living. Not too many people think that there is an opportunity to make a living, but the Ontario Physique Association has set such a strong foundations for athletes like myself to either come up and be sanctioned ambassadors, whether it be through posing, as a posing coach, which is something that I do as well, and yet again, that has given me an opportunity to work with 700 plus athletes worldwide as well. But also to be a contest preparation coach, or to just share my story here with you guys today as well. So there's plenty of opportunities within the OPA, and currently, for those of you that aren't aware, the Ontario Physique Association is leading in all of Canada right now with the most natural shows. That deserves a round of applause. So, if you guys have any hesitation as to whether or not you think bodybuilding is for you, or if you think that, you know, there's a certain way that it has to be done, you know, if you have these questions, don't hesitate to either come up to me and ask me, you know, what's the best approach, whether it be for posing, whether it be hiring a coach. There's a lot of very good information out there, and yet again, the Ontario Physique Association does an amazing job with a monthly newsletter, which was just reintroduced, and there's a ton of great information in there, which will help anybody here that has the interest in challenging themselves from an aesthetic purpose or to improve their health and their wellness in a natural way as well. So there's plenty of information there. If you guys are looking to see where the Ontario Physique Association booth is to gain a little bit more information as to how we conduct these shows, it's just behind the GNC booth right over there, and I'm going to make my way there after as well. So if you have any questions for me, feel free to come by and say what's up and take some photos and hang out and just have a good time. I'll just kind of finish off a little bit about some of my story and my climb and a lot of questions that I'm asked in regards to competing and in natural athletics as well. So not too many individuals realize, but there is an opportunity to gain your IFBB Pro card through the natural stream. I was fortunate enough to actually win the first ever world champion title for men's physique at the World Championships in 2014 when it was held here in Canada in Montreal, Laval, which is actually where the International Federation of Bodybuilding was founded by Ben and Joe Weider. So bodybuilding is Canadian, and that's another thing to be proud of right there as well. So I had an opportunity to do that, and the only way that you can get to the World Championships is through the natural stream, because what we're trying to do is raise and gain more awareness to show essentially, you know, the Olympics that we have a sport that should be recognized, right? This bodybuilding requires just as much time and focus, energy and investment as any other sport does. And whether or not you have a team behind you or your family behind you or whoever it is that's going to support you on your journey, at the end of the day, you step on that stage alone and you represent yourself, you represent, if you have the opportunity, your country, the city that you're from, wherever it may be as well. So we're trying to definitely raise more awareness, and each one of you here, every single one of these seats actually is filled. This is definitely a step in the right direction towards gaining recognition for bodybuilding, getting acceptance into the Olympics. So I want to say on my behalf, I'm very happy obviously to be here, and I'm happy to see that all of you guys are here as well supporting this cause. If there's anything more that you guys require from me personally to help grow the sport and to raise awareness for Canadian athletes so that we can too gain the same opportunities obviously that American athletes have to live out our dreams, to spread positivity, health and wellness through means of fitness, then I am at your service and I am at your disposal. My name is Eren Legend. Again guys, thank you so much for having me, and continue to lead by example.
Thank you very much, Eren. Thank you.